Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the hashtag TFR Motivation Monday Zoom.
We're so excited that every single one of you are hopping on here live with us, but we always like to make sure that we've got everybody covered because we know that this is not always convenient for everyone. So we always record it and we upload it to YouTube. So you can go and subscribe after the call to Team Freedom Reigns on YouTube so you get notifications when we upload new information each and every week. So let's run through some announcements quickly before we get to the topic of our call, because February is a hot month. Not only is it Valentine's Day, which is hot, but it is a hot month because this is a month that you actually get to share our amazing products, the Tri-Synergizers, and give someone the value of $60.99 free bag of Cherry Axio. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of that this month through the end of the month. Anyone that comes on as a new account as a customer or as a distributor and has the Tri-Synergizer package in that order, they will be getting a free package of Cherry Axio. Plus, it's super cool because anybody you enroll this way, you get 5 personal points towards the Road to Convention promotion that we'll be talking about here in just a minute. So anyone that you enroll with the Tri-Synergizer promo, you are going to get those 5 points. And you need to make sure that you take advantage of purchasing your own sachets, the Tri-Synergizer. These things are so cool. They're sleek and they are amazing for sampling. Paid samples is where it's at. People take things that they pay for much more serious. So whether you're offering it for, 3 for $15 or 5 for $20 or whatever you're going to do, I do highly suggest you throw in some Cherry Axio with it too, because that's what they're going to be receiving when they order the Tri-Synergizer this month. Plus, when you purchase 2 of the sachets, you're going to get 30 of those mini brochures. That's going to make it much easier for you to help educate people about these amazing products. And we just mentioned the Road to Convention promotion and those 5 points that you can earn for everybody that you enroll with the Tri-Synergizer. Well, how about getting your trip to convention paid for, or even just earning store credit? Because this is the first promo ever that everyone that wants to can participate at whatever level you choose. So I love this promotion because they've really done it smart. It's all about selling product, rank advancing, and helping those people you've personally enrolled rank advance and maintain those ranks. Those are the ways that you earn points. And as you can see here on the right-hand side, there's many things that you can earn depending on the point level, up to $5,000 cash bonus and front row VIP seats at Global Convention in Las Vegas in October. It is, isn't it? Right? And it started January 1st and it goes through June 30th. And this is exactly how you can earn the points. As you can see there, for Tri-Synergizer, it's 100 in volume for that 3 products when they purchase them together. So normally you would only get 1 point. But as part of the Tri-Synergizer promo, you're getting 5 times the points. So get out there and start sharing the Tri-Synergizer, guys, because not only will they have amazing results, but you're going to get those 5 points towards the Global Convention, the Road to Convention promotion. Then help rank advance. You're going to rank advance. Your team's going to rank advance. You get points for that. And as the enroller of someone that you've personally enrolled that rank advances, you get points for that too. So there's all kinds of fun stuff. Go to your replicated website and check out the resources down at the bottom of your page and see what all of the details are for the Road to Convention promotion. Because it's pretty freaking
so amazing.
Cool. Yeah, seriously. All right, so regional tours.
These are awesome.
So
this is when LifeVantage goes on the road and comes to you, because before we would have to go on the road and come to them. Well, they're flipping the switch on us and they're coming to us. 9 different locations throughout North America, 9 in the US, 3 in Canada, and 3 in Europe. Unbelievable what resources they're putting out there for us, what skills they're putting out there for us, what training they're putting out there for us. More importantly, what sacrifice and commitment they're putting out there for us to ensure that the top field leaders are getting the education, getting the experience, getting the exposure to the culture of LifeVantage, the corporate environment of LifeVantage, but most importantly, the family dynamics of LifeVantage. They're coming to us. This is super, super powerful.
Yeah, and I want you to know you're not limited to just one.
No, you shouldn't be at all.
No.
Look at
So
anyone.
if you can make it to more than one, I say go. Plus, this is a great opportunity for you to see where these events are going to be and start prospecting there. Then make the road trip, build your team, and have your team there with you. So all of the dates, again, you can find on your replicated website down at the bottom in the resources.
I feel like Ron Burgundy right now.
I know, right? We have so much amazing information. And guys, this is the topic of the call tonight. We want you guys to have all of the tools. We want you to have all of the information, all of the empowerment to be able to navigate this environment around compliance right now in building your LifeVantage business.
Yes.
So this is your compliance check. We are super excited to be sharing with you some really important information. And Don D and I are both part of the compliance committee. And so we would love for you guys to just take this as serious as possible and make sure that you are really taking and having an open mind as we move through this information, because it's going to empower you on what you can say and protect this opportunity long term.
Yeah.
So
let's just give you kind of a perspective. Throughout Marcy and I's journey at LifeVantage, we've been blessed to be able to participate in certain different things. So elite retreat trips, we were nominated to the field advisory board. So we got a chance to really look behind the scenes on the relationship between the corporate C-suite executives, corporate structure as a whole, and field leadership, and be able to contribute to that and have a voice. And now we have a very different perspective, but another one that actually I think kind of speaks the loudest to what we as a company are trying to establish in the network marketing industry. And that is that we've been recently nominated to the compliance committee. And we talk to corporate every Tuesday for an hour, at least an hour. And we have a WhatsApp chat going that we're literally talking almost actually every day and getting deeper and deeper and deeper into it. So I want to just share with you how excited we are to be a part of this compliance relationship with field leaders and tell you what it is and what it's not. And I'll first tell you, let me just share with you the core value of LifeVantage relating to this. One of the core values of LifeVantage reads this way: do the right thing. We are guided by a solid moral compass. We stand for what is just and right and hold ourselves to the highest level of ethical standards. That's not just a platitude. It's everything we do. We want to be known for our integrity. Our desire is to make the world better around us and to always be worthy of the trust placed in us by our customers, distributors, and regulators. So the entire focus of the compliance movement right now in LifeVantage is regarding what has been happening in the industry of late with perspective from the regulators. So that's why we're sharing with you guys tonight the truths and tools you're going to need to victoriously navigate compliance in your LifeVantage business. So why is it so important to you? Why are you here? Why should you be listening to this? And the last thing, why are we so excited to share it with you? Because we're partnering. You are partnering with corporate and the field to protect the very asset and the legacy you're building right now. Most companies don't really consider the end user other than just a profit site or a profit center or a way to generate revenue. We are intimately involved with corporate for the long haul, and we can't do this without each other. It's that critically important. So we want to share with you guys tonight what we can and can't say about our products and our opportunity and how you can do your part. That's really kind of the overall view of what we're going to discuss tonight.
Now, we really want to change your mindset around compliance, okay? Because compliance is not censorship.
No.
We're not wanting we don't want you to stop talking about this opportunity and the amazing products that we have to offer. What we do want to do is we want to empower you with the right things to share and say as we move forward. Because what that does is that solidifies the long-term opportunity that we have to continue changing people's lives around the world. So let's go ahead and continue forward here, because why now? So the thing that I loved is one of our most recent compliance committee Zooms was the idea of the superior golden rule. It's not a matter of treat others the way that you want them to treat you, but it's a matter of we will do it together as we would like it to be done. So we're just kind of putting that golden rule on steroids because we are truly partnering to protect each other's future. So why is it necessary? The reason is that FTC, what does the FTC stand for?
The Federal Trade Commission.
Yeah, is targeting companies who are making non-compliant product and income or business claims. Okay, so there's two in particular, two companies that have been really in the news recently. Number one being Advocare. Advocare, you know, they kind of took the route of instead of fighting for distributor opportunity, they collapsed their multi-level compensation plan to a single level due to the fear that the FTC would go after their personal assets, okay? And what ended up happening is that not only did distributors lose their ability to earn that multi-level leveraged income, $150 million in fines was put to Advocare, as well as $4 million in fines to mid-level distributors. When we're talking about mid-level, we're talking about Pro 3s, 4s, and 5s. Okay, so think about that. This is not just something that companies have to worry about. This is something that each and every one of us needs to take ownership in. So, Neora, do you want to talk?
Well, I want to paint the picture of what actually happened to Advocare and why. Advocare was a $500 million company. They had 180,000 distributors that were utilizing their products, sharing their products, and in so doing, were generating an income from it, 180,000. And what happened is because there wasn't a well-defined compliant structure at Advocare, and there wasn't a well-defined structure that they were teaching their field. They were saying what they wanted to say. They were saying things that they were excited about. But what Advocare didn't realize is that because of social media, because of the transparent nature of social media, and there's also a secret side. We're going to talk about secret and private groups here. They were being monitored by the Federal Trade Commission, and they targeted the company and they targeted individual distributors that were making individual comments and posts on Facebook, Instagram, and other social media platforms. Now, let me just first of all, the FTC has an obligation to protect the consumer from fraud, to protect the consumer from misinformation. So they have at their core a righteous purpose, and they're going after companies that don't have a well-defined structure. Advocare being one of them. So Advocare, once they were notified that they were being targeted, once they were notified what they did wrong, they chose to take the easy way out and change and follow the recommendations of the Federal Trade Commission and change from a multi-level compensation structure to a single level compensation structure, and instantly took the livelihood and income stream from 180,000 people that had been working with that company for a long time. And I'm not giving a value or placing judgment or making any kind of assessment of what Advocare did. I'm just letting you know what happened and the route they chose. Now, to give you the opposite of that, same scenario, same strategy, same notification tactics on the FTC, different company. The company formerly known as Nerium, they rebranded, they're now known as Neora. They took it personal that what the accusations from the Federal Trade Commission were targeting them personally and their distributors' livelihood personally. And the industry is rallying around this company of Neora like I can't even explain to you, because they're doing the right thing. And they're standing up for their customers and their distributors. And they actually sued the Federal Trade Commission before the Federal Trade Commission sued them. And what an amazingly bold but landmark move that was. Now, why we give you these examples And what the individual strategies are is that LifeVantage is going a step above what Neora did, and wonderful things that Neora did. They just didn't know they were being watched. We now know that we have the vantage point to know that we're all being watched. Not only us as individual distributors, all companies are being watched. And if you've ever gotten an autoresponder or a bot, the FTC is using them like crazy. They're targeting, they're sending out these bots and these search engines to look at certain buzzwords that they're being attached to that are coming back with a list of violators. We are doing that internal audit ourselves, which is why we're being proactive and progressive in this, so that we don't get ourselves under FDA scrutiny. So we define what compliance truly should be. And the interesting thing about the FTC, that's exactly what they want. All they're trying to do is protect the consumer from misinformation and fraud. And that's all we're trying to do, is do the same and protect your businesses and our livelihood as a company in the process. So we're kind of taking it a step further and giving you proactive measures, giving you strategies to be aware of, so that you can look at what you're doing, not, as Marcy said, not to censor what you're trying to say, not to squelch your enthusiasm. On the contrary, give you a very specific platform from which to be excited and enthusiastic about. And that's really what we want to get into tonight.
Yeah, so this partnership, seriously, it's all about preventing any of those lawsuits and empowering you to protect what we're building long term. So moving into this, there are all kinds of tools available to each and every one of us to help us be compliant and to be able to represent our products the best, most passionate way.
Yes.
So most of these tools you can find in your Evo back office library under the compliance section. There's documents and video support. Under the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook group, if you're part of our direct team, under the files section and compliance, okay? And actually it's under the units section. It's a learning unit that has all of the compliance information in there, including where Don D was just reading from. This overview right here, this overview, corporate. This LifeVantage compliance overview is also in that learning unit under the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook group. And then LifeVantage replicated website. We're going to be talking more about that here in a little bit, but all of the statements on your replicated website, your business site, have been approved by compliance. So you can take those bullet points and use them all day long. That's why you see all those bullet points in the opportunity overview, the PowerPoint that we have. It's because they're compliant, okay? And then coming soon, I mean, Jesse Allen is amazing, our
yes,
marketing specialist at corporate. He is going above and beyond in preparing some amazing tools that are coming soon, including compliant, company approved and provided shareables that you will be able to use in talking about the products and the opportunity. So let's talk first about what you can say about the opportunity, because there are, remember what Dondi said about those search words? There's buzzwords that the FTC has those bots going out and searching. So just as a visual, so I can paint you a picture of what these bots do. Think about scary movies that involve spiders.
Yeah.
And the spiders that have that big old egg sac, and when the egg sac opens up and how all those spiders go out and go in all different directions, like super fast, to where it's like there's no stopping it, right? There's no pulling it back. They're going out and they're searching all of these buzzwords. And so what we're doing here at LifeVantage is we're creating our own search engine. We're creating our own spider web, if you will, by us educating the whole field in knowing what's compliant, so that we can make sure that we're utilizing the right terms and phrases instead of using any of the buzzwords. So the buzzwords are things that you should not use when talking either in person or posting on social media, in opportunity overviews, everything. These are words that we need to eliminate basically from our vocabulary.
Yeah. So, and let's give it a little clarity to that. So, and I love when you were just saying Charlotte's Web came to mind. What we're trying to do is give you some amazing words that you can put in the webs, so that are like Zuckerman's famous pig, right? How exciting that, if you guys are familiar with the story of Charlotte's Web. We want to give you things to be excited about, that everybody gathers around and takes pictures of and gets excited about. What happens here, and again, keep in mind that the FTC is simply trying to protect consumers from fraud and misinformation. So if you look at some of these words, you may look at it and go, well, what's wrong with that? It's not necessarily what's wrong with the word, it's how it can be misused. So for example, financial freedom. It's the freedom part of it is that you don't have to do anything. It's a get rich quick scheme. And it's not. We know this is network marketing. Not that we just get in it for free and let everyone else do it and all of a sudden we're financially free. So it's kind of a way of looking at it going, we're economically flexible or latitude, or economic flexibility or latitude. We're creating through hard work what we can say. So please don't look at this as all the things you've been saying before and now you're penalized for saying them. Just realize that what we're trying to do is set, and look at it from the overarching view, we're trying to define the gold standard and we're all rewriting it together. So with any change, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's not like and I look at some of these and go, oh my gosh, I've been saying that for 10 years.
It'd be hard to stop.
Never have I been trying to deceive anybody. On the contrary, we've been trying to empower them and inspire them. But we also understand that some people can use the same exact words that we meant for inspiration and good. Some people that have less ethics can use it for bad. And all the FTC is trying to do is define who's doing it right and who's not. So they're giving us more complete ways of saying it to protect everybody and to be the example. And this is our ultimate objective, to be the example of what to do, not stop you from saying what you're trying to say or have even been saying for a long time. We're just trying to redefine, help you understand it.
And keep in mind too, these buzzwords have come about because of companies or people in the past that have done it the wrong way. And so we're just trying to utilize the proper phrases in doing it the right way, okay? Giving you that power. So again,
take a screenshot of this. We know it's busy. Take a screenshot for later reference.
Yeah, and we'll also upload this into the learning unit in the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook page. But if you're not part of the Team Freedom Reigns, please take the screenshot like right now. So what can you say? Economic flexibility or latitude? Or how about financial independence? That's a bad buzzword. You can use economic self-reliance, okay? I know, and you know, it's really just synonyms.
Yeah.
They really mean the same thing. It's just that in the past, the buzzwords have been used negatively and for deceit. And we're trying to create a way that you can say things that are no longer with those negative terms, okay? So fire your boss. How many times have we said that? So many times,
for me
right?
Personally.
But the thing is that saying that you're firing your boss means that you're not going to be working, or people will take it as you're not going to be working anymore. Where we work, we are working. That through the sales compensation plan, you're able to build a successful direct selling business. Okay, guys? So we are direct sellers. We have products that we direct sell to people. We're just utilizing the network marketing or a multi-level compensation plan. So just making sure that you understand that as you're talking about the opportunity, we can't represent in anything that we say that you do this one time and you never have to do it again. Because those are things that we've said before too, right? But we can't say that because think about this, okay? If someone is not continuously selling products that LifeVantage represents, you can't have started something and have it continue. People have to continue consuming our products in order for you to continue to get paid.
Right.
So if we're making it sound like someone does something one time and you never have to do it again, that is deception. We never looked at it that way.
Right.
But when you do, that perception of it, it is negative, right? So we're always needing to sell products. Number 4, the ground floor opportunity. Just use the word early. Makes it easy. You're early in this opportunity. Or have you ever heard of first adopters? Let me explain to you what that is, because that's what you can be here, right? Instead of saying ground floor opportunity. Number 5, guaranteed income. Earned compensation, because nothing's guaranteed. If people stop using the products that you've shared this with, your income is not guaranteed, right? You have to continue earning that compensation. Number 6, make money. It's earned income through selling products. We want to be honest. The truth is enough in everything that we're sharing. Passive, residual, or permanent income, all of that needs to be replaced with leveraged income. Okay. Utilizing other people's time, efforts, experience, and amazing products in selling them to people that want more optimal health is how you make an income with LifeVantage.
Yeah, and let me explain something. So these buzzwords are, so if you, like, say for example, number 6, make money. If you're talking about making money in a post that you make or a comment that you make, it's one thing to be flagged because that may get caught. It's another thing at the intent. And this is something very critical for human interpersonal relationships and human communication. It's that the intention and the perception are the same, or as close as humanly possible in the delivery. So for example, one of the things that happens in a class action lawsuit every single time is that the intention of what was being said was perceived different than the original intention, and somebody felt wronged, right? And so they get together with a bunch of other people that felt wronged. It's the perception that is being held to question, not necessarily the intent unless it's called out. So if you say, we would love to help you make money from home, it may get flagged, or they may take a look at it, but if they read the continued post and it's through working with some great people following a great system of compensation that requires interdependence and work, then they're going to look the other way. And selling of products, it's okay. So it's ultimately making sure that, and some of these things that you're looking at go, oh my gosh, I can't talk about making money. It's all presenting the proper channels, and product sales are the only way that we make money, not selling an opportunity or getting somebody to join an opportunity and therefore you make money. That's the fraudulent side of what's happened for decades, unfortunately, in our industry that has created this Federal Trade Commission and the FDA attention, is that what is generating the sale or what is generating the money that's being made? It's product sales,
yes,
not enrolling into an opportunity, which can be a Ponzi scheme. Again, it's the intention and the perception of what is being said. If it's very clear, we're making money by selling products to people or giving people the opportunity to purchase products, 100% compliant, not going to create a problem because we're putting together the proper story. Yes. That's really what you need to take from this.
Yeah, absolutely. And then moving into these, the further ones here, we've got 8, 9, and 10, quit your job, quit college, quit school. The solution to that, what you can say and what's compliant, is choice of where to spend your time.
So important.
Right? I mean, you're just changing the choice. And then rich, you're self-sufficient. Does that make sense? And the next one, replace your income, supplement your income, or change income source. This is a big one, supplementing your income. That goes to the retirement on the next one too, is supplementing your income. 95% of people can't retire, period. They have to get a job somewhere. Why not have it be a home-based opportunity where they're sharing information on amazing products that are helping people have optimal health?
Right.
So just continuing that sharing of products story, right? Moving to time freedom, time flexibility. Stay at home mom or dad. That's one that we kind of got hung up on there for a little bit.
I got a little bent out of shape on that.
Yeah,
one.
it's like, how am I supposed to say that? That's what I'm doing. That's what I am. That's what happened, right? That was the actual result. But just switching it up a little bit to home-based entrepreneur and parent, meaning that you're still working at home. You just get to be with your kids more often, right?
And let me define why my initial reaction to that was to get angry, because I've been saying that for years, but I was never trying to paint the picture that all you have to do is join this business and you'll be a stay-at-home parent, because that implies you don't have to work. You do. It's home-based entrepreneur. The entrepreneur is the definition of working, right? You're going out and doing things. So it's creating a different way of looking at something, or changing the vocabulary that we've been using with the proper intent to remove all possible misinformation or possible misinterpretation, or somebody going, well, he said he was a home-based entrepreneur, or he said he was a stay-at-home dad, and I joined this, and 2 weeks later, I'm not a stay-at-home dad. They feel offended. We want to make sure that people don't misinterpret what we say and give them no grounds to be offended, but also don't paint the picture or minimize the reality. We work our butts off here. we work our butts off to help people buy products. It's really what we're doing.
Yeah, and just so you guys know too, LifeVantage is doing this because we want to be the company that is the pillar that other companies will look to for long-term success.
Yes.
Okay, guys? So just know that you are going to be part of one of the greatest companies that has ever been around with the greatest products that are bringing the most good. So it's worth the change, okay? Number 16, significant earning potential through consistent work of selling products. It's the same thing here, right? It's the same thing. So it's really quite simple, just keeping in mind that we don't earn anything without selling products. And then number 17, lifestyle changing income. Create a new level of living or flexibility while selling products.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a really great starting point. There will be more coming out, but this is what has been approved so far by compliance that you can use when you're talking about the LifeVantage opportunity.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the products. This is interesting. There's over 400 buzzwords that the FTC bots, those little spiders that are going out looking for things that are non-compliant. There's over 400 words on this list. So long as we stick to structure function, and we're just going to introduce the bad to help you focus on what maybe it is currently happening, and then we're going to give you the solution on the good, what we can say. But the word disease in and of itself, most people that are part of LifeVantage don't use the word disease, but people who do are being flagged. But there's any other words that may associate with disease, things like illness or ailment or syndrome. When they're used, they're being flagged. And then they investigate to go see what are they talking about? How are they relating their opportunity? How are they relating the product benefits to this? And it may be okay, but this is what is triggering them to look deeper. You don't want to get caught by doing the wrong thing. So if you just avoid using words like this, you're going to be golden. But how about names and abbreviations?
You know, any disease name or even the abbreviation of a disease, you know, MS. We know that's multiple sclerosis, right? RA, rheumatoid arthritis, COPD, migraines, autoimmune disorders, any disease, we should not be using it when we're talking about our products, or even if you have a Facebook page that is product-based, you cannot use these terms or words in education, even on those Facebook pages, okay? So we have to just really be aware that all of this, and you might think, hey, it's a closed page, it's a private page. Guess what? You really don't know who all is in that page, how they got there, and why they're there. If they were happy when they first got there and then became disgruntled for one reason or another, we just need to make sure that we are being, you know, compliant on every level, not behind closed doors. It's something different, but even behind closed doors, we're being compliant. So no names or abbreviations of any disease.
Right. Or symptoms. This is something too. We talk about inflammation, joint pain, anxiety, depression, and some other things. The inflammation is the one that I went, wait a second. Inflammation is normal. And it is normal in an injury situation. So if you twist your ankle playing basketball, it's normal to have inflammation. But here's the key distinction. Inflammation is also a very big part of lots and lots and lots of diseases. So if you're talking about inflammation and the person has MS, you don't want to go there. You don't want to talk about that person's inflammation because it's going to be attached to why they have the inflammation. If it's injury-based, accident-based, something you did, you're a weekend warrior, you went out and hiked 20 miles and you haven't gotten off the couch in a couple months, and now you're paying for it because your back is killing you and your ankles are swelled up, and you're on this amazing Tri-Synergizer and you feel wonderful, that's okay. It's not attaching it to a disease or a symptom of a disease or a progression of disease. It's attaching it to an injury. You want to be very specific about that.
All right, so now that we've given you the buzzwords, okay,
say.
guys, let's go into the empowerment, okay?
You have a whole website filled with stuff you can say.
So first, let's talk about form and function. Can you explain form and function?
So form is the form of the human body, the function of the human body. Health, in other words, how are things supposed to work, right? You're supposed to not have pain. You're supposed to not have inflammation unless you twist an ankle, you hike 20 miles when you haven't gotten off the couch in 6 months, things like that. Form and function is how it relates to the normal form and function of the human body, not in a disease state, in an optimal state. Start with that as your reference point. Then you can talk about benefits. You can talk about what our products do, but not in relation to disease, in relation to the normal form and function of the human body.
With my activated body, I've been sleeping like a baby.
Yeah, perfect.
Right?
Wait.
Or
You get up every 2 hours and cry?
Well, sometimes maybe have a run
You
to
sleep?
the bathroom.
Yeah, you sleep.
Sorry, guys. but no, how about this? My energy is like I'm a teenager again.
Yeah.
Or how about my mental clarity and focus is on point. I'm getting things done faster than I have in years.
So much
right?
more productive when I sit down to work.
Yeah.
Those are all great things to say. It has to do with form and function.
My motivation is not, it's totally different than it's been in the past 10 years, right? My motivation is so up. Those are things about normal function that you can say. And by the way, guys, I would say the most important thing about what you say is how you say it and in what energy.
Yeah.
What energy are you bringing to these benefits that you're sharing about all of our products? So on this slide, we just kind of took a screenshot of the ProTandem NRF2 Synergizer product page on your LifeVantage website. It's all right there. The benefits. What is it going to help you do? It's going to help your cells work better. It's going to help you have a cleaner functioning body, right? Getting rid of all of the toxins and helping you clean out. And by the way, the reducing oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days is an FDA approved statement.
Yes, it
okay?
is.
Just don't say it in a way that it encourages people to go and search oxidative stress or search for science.
And let me give you a point of reference here. This was something mind-blowing that Eric Worre shared with us at the Elite Retreat in Scottsdale a couple months ago. He was talking about how in marketing and advertising, the network marketing profession is the last profession to clean up their act. He goes, you think I'm lying? He goes, it's all about form and function. He goes, I'll prove to you that people don't care what the products do. They just care about the quality of life they're going to have as a result of it. He says, look at your average drug commercial, record it and listen to what they're saying. May cause bloody diarrhea, strokes, heart attacks, may kill you, may make symptoms worse. And people buy it anyway.
Yeah.
We don't have to convince them of all the things that, all the scientific pathways and why it's so great. We don't have to convince them of anything, because if the drug industry had to do that, they'd be out of business tomorrow. All they do is they show a visual of what the quality of life will be taking this product. So you're visually captivated. Well, if you're listening to what they're saying, it would talk you out of ever filling that prescription. But people don't listen. They actually don't care. It's the little possibility that they could have a higher quality of life that makes them go out and spend way more money on the products they're taking that could kill them than they would be spending on these products that could help them. We're just taking the different approach. So if we could just stick to form and function and this is what the drug companies, the tobacco industry, every single carton of cigarette says, it not may cause lung cancer, it will cause lung cancer. And the people buy them anyway. They don't care.
Smoke.
They still smoke. So we're not saying that you don't have to go out and do smoke screens to convince people to buy it. All you have to do is talk about the quality of life, the benefits, right here, these benefits. That's what people want to know about anyway. If you get, the more scientific you get, the more criticism and critiquing you're going to get scientifically. Have you ever had somebody who doesn't know anything about science say, well, what about this, 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 and this? And you guarantee they don't ask those questions about the stuff they eat already, because what they're eating already isn't being promoted as a scientific discovery. It's being promoted at a quality of life thing, focusing on form and function. So get that. The industry of sales and marketing is crafty. But they've taken the liability off of the company and put it on the consumer. We're just taking the benefit of we're taking the responsibility of trying to convince people why they scientifically should take our products to them, putting on them. This is what your quality of life could be like from a form and function perspective on the Tri-Synergizer.
Well, and let's just make it simple here. Let's make it simple. If you start your statement off with promotes and supports, it's really going to be hard for you to get super non-compliant.
Right.
Because if you say, by activating your body with these products, you're going to be promoting and supporting better sleep, better mental clarity, better energy, better focus, all of that.
Mood.
Yeah. Cleaner cell function. I mean, all of those things are things that you can say. And it is actually what the health activated individual is looking for, is what's going to promote and what's going to support their optimal health.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what the benefits are of all of our products. So this is the Pro Tandem NRF2 product page, just an example of what is available on your replicated website. So every single one of our products has their own page.
With
So
benefits.
yeah.
And FAQs.
Yeah.
And information. And all kinds of things
And
you
it's
can say.
all been checked out by
approved.
compliance, right? So like on the benefits with Pet Tandem, it supports a shinier coat, increased playfulness, more energy, supports joint health, hearing, and eyesight for your dog. Don't you want that for your four-legged family member? It's like, yeah, of course I want that, right? And the same thing on Axio. Not to mention sharing how clean our products are and how people can go and check out like the True Science products with the Think Dirty app. Sharing that kind of information is what people really want and are looking for. So utilize the amazing tools that the company has already provided. We're not going to go through every single one of these products because guess what, guys? You have a website
you can do that yourself.
that does that. It also is so in depth. I mean, you've got the package label information. You've got all the FAQs that Don D mentioned. And all of this stuff is written in such a way that it has passed through compliance and you can use it. Just don't go and change it up to where it's not compliant anymore.
Right. Use it as is.
Yes, keep that form and function stuff at the forefront and you won't go wrong. Feel empowered, guys, because that's exactly what you've got is the power to create a leveraged income by sharing these amazing activating products. So how can you do your part in partnering with LifeVantage and compliance? Well, if you're on social media, make sure that you utilize compliant tools. Make sure that you're posting compliant things because what's scary about social media is that you can share something that is really kind of looks great to you, but it might be non-compliant. And you know what happens? Someone else will share it and then someone else will share it. And it becomes that spider of non-compliance and it's hard to get it back, right? So if you utilize the compliant tools on social media, you'll be doing your part. And if you're the admin of any LifeVantage related group, whether it's a team group, a product education group for prospects, or a business opportunity education for prospects in any social media, whether it is an open group, a closed group, or a private group, it does not matter. Be compliant. Yeah, be compliant. And LifeVantage is asking you as part of the partnership, invite Aaron Johnson, LV, as you can see there on the screen, that's exactly the way his name looks on Facebook, Aaron Johnson, LV, into that page that you are the admin of so that he can start partnering with you and helping educate you where you may have some non-compliant things. He will give you examples, or someone that's working with him will give you examples on how you can make it better or why it's non-compliant and whether or not you just need to remove the whole thing, because there's a lot of videos out there that are non-compliant that, you know, they sound great and they look good to us because we just love it, right? Might be a doctor saying something, but it's non-compliant. Okay, and as a matter of fact, talking about that, so invite Aaron Johnson in, please, and then send an email to compliance@lifevantage.com with the name of your page and that you have invited Aaron to join, because there's several people that are doing this, and so there's quite a bit of legwork that they're doing at corporate. So do them the favor of sending that email, compliance@lifevantage.com. I've added Aaron Johnson, LV, into this group on Facebook where I am an admin. Looking forward to partnering with you. Okay, so let me take that on, but talk about videos.
Make a distinction there about that. So when you invite Aaron Johnson in, you are not inviting him to penalize you. He's not looking to punish you. He's not looking to get into your groups to terminate your distributorship. He's looking to get into your groups to protect your distributorship and protect your customers and protect you. It's not opening them up so they can penalize you. It is not. And some of you I know may be thinking that, well, I'm not going to let him in. I'm going to lose my distributorship. No, it's going to preserve your distributorship. The entire focus here is not to get you in trouble, not to penalize you, but more importantly, to show you what we need to be doing as an industry and what we need to be doing as a company that is setting the gold standard for this industry, and what you guys need to be doing as leaders to ensure that our customers and our distributors are protected, because we don't want to do anything to jeopardize that. And most everything we're doing is ignorance. We simply didn't know. And I would love somebody to jump in there and tell us what we're doing and show us how to do it. And you should too. So please do not hesitate at all to invite Erin into your Facebook groups, because it's there for your protection. Now, videos.
One thing I want to say before you get into the videos thing though, is that remember, it doesn't matter what level you are in as a distributor with LifeVantage. You could be an elite distributor. You could be a new distributor. We are all starting here at the same place.
Yes.
And so just because an elite distributor may have posted something, do not just share it. Go through and make sure that it is compliant, because we're all learning here together, and there is going to be some growth experience
and modification necessary.
And so please don't just share something and think that it's compliant because it was posted by an elite distributor. Put it through the test of, is this, something that I should be sharing or not, because of what I know to be compliant or not, because I was just on the compliance Zoom. So go ahead and continue with videos.
Videos, it's important too that videos, just because somebody put it out there, and if it was made prior to a couple months ago, I would look at all of them and question all of them, because something may have been compliant based on the definition of compliance by the FTC and the FDA when it was issued. Those are constantly being modified. And every time a case gets brought to court, and every time there's a decision laying down, it modifies and changes case law. And every time after that, it kind of sets a new standard. So all we're doing here is creating a new normal. So be very conscientious about anything you share from reputable sources, including doctors, that have said something about something that may be non-compliant, because just because a doctor said it doesn't mean that it's compliant or that you're okay with sharing it. So again, the most important thing, if in doubt, ask. Don't assume, because we all know what happens when we assume. Ask, and specifically, maybe you found a link and you want to share the video, run it by Erin. Erin, is this video compliant? And he'll tell you right away, or his team will tell you right away. We've done that, and we've said, no, it's not really compliant. It's something because this, and this, you want to use something else. And it's, again, we're all here. They are corporate and the compliance committee, which Marcy and I are representing. And it's got some amazing people that we're all nominated. We're all here to help all of us have an ongoing legacy company and keep our company around and be the definition of what true compliance is and the gold standard of the industry. That is our entire objective.
So I also want to talk about the ABC Primetime video, because that video is actually been deemed compliant. Because it was a new source, a piece that was not done by LifeVantage, it is actually something that we can use as a third-party validator, which is super exciting. It wasn't used as an education piece. It wasn't used to promote or to sell our products. It was used as a, hey, trying to disprove what you're saying, but we couldn't piece. So it's an amazing tool that we're still able to use, okay? But if you go and look at other videos that were used, maybe of a presentation that was done from stage at a previous Elite Academy, talking about the science of our products, those were intended as educational pieces, not marketing tools.
Right.
And so we cannot use those as a compliant piece of sharing the information on our products.
Or if you're questioning it or you're concerned about it, run it by compliance, because there may be some that are compliant. So I just want to say, as a blanket statement, run it by compliance if you're concerned about it, but run it by compliance anyway, just to determine what we can and can't say and what we can and can't use from previous Elite Academy recordings as an example.
Yeah. So guys, we just want you to know that there is amazing resources for you to use. Just be cautious about connecting the dots between any disease and what our products utilize. Keep in mind form and function. Yes, the science is there. Yes, it is real. It's amazing. But when you start connecting the dots with people, that's when diseases come into play and we start to get out of compliance. So stay away from that. We've got all of the information, all of the empowering tools necessary to be able to share this information in a compliant way. So Anything else you want to add
Amen.
here?
Yeah, just be patient with us because this is an ever-changing, constantly evolving process. And as we learn more, we'll be constantly sharing more because, again, we don't want to stifle anybody. We don't want to get anybody afraid. We just want to let you all know we're doing this for the longevity of our company and setting the gold standard of the industry. And this is the whole rule book right now for compliance is being written as we speak. And here's the beautiful part about this. LifeVantage is being the main contributing author to those gold standards that are going to be implemented by the company. They're looking to our corporate executives as leaders for leadership in this. And so, yeah, we'll continue to keep tabs on this and bring you guys up to speed and continue to empower you and excite you about what's coming because it is exciting what's happening. And it's all for our own good. So thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Share this with people. We hope you got a lot out of it.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing that you should know as well is that FTC, FDA, every single country has their equivalent of those same organizations in each country. So yes, compliance applies to every country. Compliance applies to every language. Compliance applies to whether or not we're talking about humans, animals, whatever. Be compliant.
Right.
Okay, guys? All right. So thanks for joining us tonight. Keep in mind, every Tuesday night, there is a live opportunity overview. Tomorrow night, Don D will be sharing the information. It's always the same Zoom ID that will be posted on many Facebook pages, as well as going out to Team Freedom Reigns members in your email. So guys, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
Good night.